had things muted. I'm a dumbass. Hey, at least we got our Murphy's Law out of the way. Let me go ahead and reintroduce myself. Haha! Penises. What? My name's Chaotix, and welcome to the launch party. Thanks, guys. We have Terry the Turtle X-Blade. Say hello, Gab.
Hi.
Hi. And say hello to Phoenix. That's terrible.
Hi, Phoenix.
Okay, so,
hello.
Again, first question for Gab today. Is this game going to be pay to win?
We don't intend it to be. There are some elements that might spark a few flags in there that we've added more recently. But that's why we need the player feedback. If you go in there, it's too much for you, you don't like it, let us know. We'll reconsider it.
All right. That's a good question. Number 2, with no character wipe, does that mean the characters made from now on will be 100% for real? Yes.
Well, unless something horrible happens, which can happen, but we don't intend that either. We don't intend to. This should be from now on pretty much the game. So if you make a character, run with it.
Okay. So question 3 is, what new features have been added since closed beta? What notable features?
Holy heck. Yeah, okay. New features since closed beta. We have an event system now. So sometimes you'll be wandering around, suddenly something's happening, go and participate. Could be a huge kind of boss raid, it could be some sort of suburb event. We also have new suburbs that are coming in. You may remember way back from Alpha there were 4 suburbs they could go to, whereas in closed beta we were down to 3. We got a couple more in now, and a few more they'll be adding throughout this beta. What else is new? We got the cosmetics now, so you can look really cool. We got PvP's a bit more fleshed out. We have new dungeon types. We have the wilderness level, which is a public kind of instance. So I remember before, if you went into a dungeon instance, you're either alone or with your group of 5, and that's it. Wilderness instance is just open. Everybody can just go, and there's spawning monsters. You can fight. You can group up if you want, and things will just keep spawning. You don't have to leave and come back to bring the monsters back.
Hey there, I'm taking over for Chaotix. This is Azrael Aurora, his fiance, and I'm going to ask the next question, which is, if we spend our Winter Festival Electrum in this beta, will we get it back in the open beta?
No, from this beta on, it's real spending. Just as the characters are permanent, so will spending be. So if you have Electrum, or you plan to buy some, keep in mind if you spend it now, that is for real. If there is a wipe though, then of course I'll be refunded. That would be just crazy not to.
By the way, no, I didn't change my voice. I just got back. Okay, so.
Aww.
I know, right? You thought I turned into a chick?
Better.
Don't worry, she's gonna put her headset on. She'll be talking with us too. So, moving on, guys. What are your thoughts on competing free-to-play MMOs in comparison to City of Steam currently?
Ooh. Now this is directed at me or your guys?
This is directed at you, and then I'm gonna have my own guys who have observed and played some of the closed beta answer that as well.
Well, to be honest, recently I haven't played very many MMORPGs since there's such an investment of time, and yeah, I don't have that much of it. In comparison to many others, especially the closed beta version was very free to play. The only most of what you could buy in the store, if it gives you any sort of advantage, is available for free in the game as well through other means. So there's never a barrier to anything or anything exclusive that would make you overpowered from buying anything.
Okay.
And of course, the basic thing is you can just jump in and play and not ever have to buy anything if you don't want to, and just keep playing.
Okay, that's a really good answer. Now, guys from Gaming Evolved, I'm gonna go ahead and call your names, and we'll do a quick roll call. Say hello, Terry.
Hello.
Say hello, X-Blade.
Hello.
Hello, Connor.
Hello, Connor.
Smartass.
Damn it, I was gonna do that.
Hello, Phoenix.
Oh, hello.
And hello, Blue Fox.
What's up?
Alright, so we're going to go
Wrong
down the
answer.
line, and Azrael said she doesn't have anything, no questions or anything, even though she has the sexy voice. Terry the Turtle, what do you think, just from seeing the game, having never played it? I want to stress this, he has never touched this game live.
I know nothing about it.
You know nothing about it. You know what? Here's a great idea. Gab, 30 seconds or less, I want you to sell Terry the Turtle on City of Steam.
Stopwatch, go. Click.
Okay, well, it's a free-to-play 3D MMORPG set in a industrial age fantasy world. Think steampunk, lots of steampunk elements. And we have, wait for it, jetpacks sold.
That's all I
Actually, I wasn't sold on jetpacks, I was sold on steampunk. It's one of my favorite genres or styles of gameplay. Mainly because I love the elements of being in the future with all these like new advancements, robotics, things like that. When it is also got those beautiful like Victorian era kind of style to it, and maybe even like a destroyed Victorian era world with like post-apocalyptic but with lasers, you know, and jetpacks. So yeah, it's really fun. Yeah, and I personally, I'm not really into MMOs very much. I've never played a browser-based RPG before, and I think that it would be pretty fun to actually try this out later on, because if Greg's backup plan or whatever he has going on, I'm probably going to be the one streaming this.
You are going to be the one streaming. In 2 hours and 20 minutes, you are going to be taking the reins of GETV. We're going to do a absolutely fresh, blind playthrough of City of Steam from a new person's perspective. That'd be terrible.
I got a question.
I'm gonna have to make a character. This is like literally gonna be 3 hours of me just changing his face.
That could happen. That could happen.
Is it better to sign up using the using like your Google account, or?
That's really up to you. You can just straight up make a new account on the site itself, or if you want to link with your Google or Facebook, it's really up to you, your preference.
I don't like Google.
Okay, by the way, I would like to introduce COS Bunkerface, aka the one, the only Frank.
Hi.
Hi.
That was a way more epic intro than I deserve.
You're welcome, sir. So, we've gone through all the normal questions. We're just going to go down the line. Terry, if you have a question for the devs here, what would it be about this lovely game you're about to get your hands on?
2 questions, actually. One is there a level cap, and if so, how high is it? And second, well, go ahead and answer that, and then I'll give you my second one.
Gab?
Yeah, the current level cap, I believe, is we're starting off at 25, right?
Yes, we are.
And as we get more content in and add more stuff, the next level cap is around level 30, 32?
33, I think.
33.
So I take it you guys are going to periodically up the level when you release new content in new areas?
Precisely. And when there's a whole bunch of it in there and where we're satisfied, it'll actually be officially open beta.
That sounds great. So now, guys, we want to stress this ahead of time. It is a soft open beta release, okay? Basically meaning everyone get in, everyone play. But realize this, not all the content's there, but you get to get your grubby little mitts on what's there. Be happy.
And so it's just a full experience of what you would experience in the beta of the game, but it's not really the beta, it's a beta of the beta.
Precisely.
It's betaception.
We were running out of name what to call this thing, so we just said, just beta, and then open beta. That works.
Well, we'll just call it betaception. Okay,
yeah,
so
there you go.
Terry,
We're totally fine with that.
Yes, second question. Now, I personally, like I said, I've never really touched many MMOs at all. I think my most experience with an MMO is probably this is a game called Vindictus, which actually Blade introduced me to, and it's kind of nice. I've heard it has a very good story, but I'm like, screw this, skip everything. So my question is, does this game actually have a story behind it? Also, there's someone at my door, so give me a moment. Answer that, please.
All right. There is quite a lot of lore behind the game itself. The setting, the story itself, was based on a series of role-playing books. So if you like role-playing, you know that needs a lot of story. That our own creative lead wrote
Now,
back like 3 years ago. So
it wasn't just create the books, though. It was actually a set of tabletop.
exactly, it's like
yeah,
role-playing books, D20 type.
Yeah, it was
gaming
D&D
books.
style books, which that means
Mm-hmm.
they has a hell of a lot of lore. Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah. So we're not just saying like, oh, let's just make a steampunk game and pull lore out of our ass. No, we have something to we have something to back that up, and that fits into the quest lines, the storylines, the setting of the game itself. Of course, a lot of it has changed because it's a different medium. It's a video game instead of just straight up tabletop. But all the most of the elements are there, maybe tweaked a bit, and yeah. So there's a lot.
Hey Gab,
if you
roll
want to skip it,
roll a d20, and
Yeah.
if you fail, you have to pull lore out of your ass.
But next to that,
Critical hit.
oh.
Yeah,
Next to
my
that,
dice.
we also have a lore master who basically goes through all the lore in all the role-playing books and finds a way to implement it into game world
Oh wow.
or make new stories.
Jesus Christ. Good
So
job, guys.
the second part of my question before I was interrupted by a knock at my door, is
knock.
since now that I know that there is quite a bit of story and lore in this, if you were to is there a set progression of missions that would make a whole storyline with this lore, or is it more of a free, you'll do this mission and discover something, and later on you could be, like at level 1 you could do this mission, discover something about lore, and then at level 25 you don't discover the second part till later on whenever you do the second part of that mission. Is there any way of skipping around, or would it kind of mess it up?
You could kind of skip around if you wanted to. There's nothing that will lead you by the hand so linearly for the story itself. So if you want to explore more and just leave the story on the side for a bit, that's up to you.
Okay.
But the main quest line will direct you throughout the main story, and there's also side quest lines like the family story you have, quest lines possibly later, and side missions which might give you some other hints to the lore. But like I said, if you can go at your own pace if you prefer to.
Yeah, I really enjoy the idea of being able to come back to something way later on and be like, oh my gosh, I remember this. This is awesome. I didn't know it went on further. I've always had...
elements like that. Yeah, we'll be hinting at a lot of things right in the beginning that only come back later. So
And I really enjoy whenever you can find something like that. Anytime you find that in reading a book, playing a game, it's really fun to come back and see how things connect, and how it plays out in a large scheme.
Well, that's one of the reasons one of my favorite shows is Avatar: The Last Airbender. Just love
Never
how they
actually
wrap
got
everything
into
up.
that.
Oh man. Okay.
Aw. A little bit of
The
dev
blue
lore there.
people with the tails and all.
Sorry.
Man, I love those.
Those blue Kit
No,
Kats?
not those avatars.
Yavo, or what the fuck?
Bad.
That never
Bad.
existed. That's not real.
Bad dog, bad. Alright, speaking of dogs,
Yeah,
here's
nature
X-Blade.
usually-
Oh, thanks, bro. All right.
Oh,
you
okay.
have...
Chaotix,
Go ahead.
Yes, sir.
I rolled a 13.
Oh, you rolled a 13? Lore had to come out of your ass.
It smells nasty.
By the way, question, since now you can't play a channeler, I wanted to see, can we get a rematch?
Oh, please.
I want to beat Feb Gab's ass.
Man, give me a week or something to
Ladies.
get used to the water or something. Because before my advantage was challenged because even in playtesting, that's pretty much the only class I ever played. So I
You
was
know what?
really
I'm
good
getting
with the
used to
Chandler.
Arcanist too, but I like the pew pew of the Arcanist. Thank you very much.
Fine, but give me more time to get used to the water. I've only ever gotten to level 7 or 8
How
with
about
the
this?
water,
I'll
so
make
I
you a
don't even
deal.
know what to
I'll
believe.
make you a deal. First weekend in the next month. We gotta have a City of Steam fight night. Can we arrange that?
I'm up for it.
Gab,
Frank, you think we
Alex,
could do that?
might want to bring out the first balance patch to have water against Arcanist, just saying.
Why
Oh,
not?
Give it some time for balance. Who knows? I might be totally underpowered again.
I would certainly hope so.
Now, can I do a real quick last minute bonus question before Blade goes to Blade? that would be, like, what classes are there? I didn't realize that there was going to be, how much of a class selection thing there would be.
Yeah, we have in total 4 classes, but right now only 3 in this version of the game. Which is the warder we were talking about, is kind of like the melee, front range, tank sort of class, depending on what ability sets you choose to go with. The Arcanist, which Chaotix was sort of hyping up a bit there, is more the magic user, the Elementalist.
Pew pew,
And
sorry.
yeah, pew pew from the range and AOE, and then Gunner kind of speaks for itself. It's like the ranged damage character.
Since I lost to Gab, I'm not allowed to play Gunner during for a bit anyways. But if I beat Gab, then I redeem myself. I get to play Gunner again and on a secondary.
I like the idea of Anarchist, just the name of it. I mean,
well, Arcanist,
not because
not Anarchist.
Arcanist. Oh, my bad. You know what I mean, Arcanist. I like that. Mainly because of setting things on fire.
Yes.
I
yeah,
enjoy
you probably
fire.
like Arcanist then.
By the way,
actually, the Gunner has quite a lot of pyro abilities as well. So
I have another
class.
I have another
the
Facebook.
fourth class.
Sorry, go ahead.
The 4th class is actually my own favorite. Is the Channeler.
Bitch.
More of the
Sorry.
Traditionally, that would be the support healing type, but we also have a sonic damage sort of chain. So the Channeler, being support, can still sort of solo and go on their own if they wanted to. It's not then you're not restricted to a group like a lot of other RPGs would be.
A healer going solo, just combat medic rolling through there with the sonic damage.
Yep.
You might as well have a kick me sign on your back.
That's where the balance thing kind of rolls into play, man.
Yeah.
All right, so we have another question from Facebook, and here it is from Thomas Malowski. I can't even figure out how to say that. Will there be some steamy Steampunk City with Steam fanware? Maybe like Steam is smoking hot? Please use better word puns than I do next time. So, guys, how about some City of Steam apparel?
We do have some. We used to. We are not currently selling any merchandise, but who knows? If the game gets popular enough, there's a demand for it. Sure. We had a lot of pretty cool stuff that we were giving out at PAX. We used to have some merchandise way back in Alpha that we sold and included with the Collaborator pack. So stuff is designed, stuff is there. It may very well come back if there's a demand for it.
Satellizer Game says, I'm currently wearing my Mechanist t-shirt. You
there
bastard,
you go.
I want one of those shirts. But, I actually have something that you can't get in stores. I'm actually going to turn on my webcam just for a second to show you guys this on the stream. Gab and some of the guys decided to do me a favor and send me a, here we go. They sent me a Christmas card. Check this out. Look at this. They sent this to me. It was really nice of them.
Enjoy. I'm glad you like it. And did you see how I signed it?
Yes. I'm gonna actually show them this. If you can see that closely, FemGab. He signed it as FemGab. You lazy bastard.
Why FemGab?
Did I actually sign those?
Frank, I don't
remember.
Frank, you didn't sign this one. Dave did. Andrew,
yes,
Dave, and FemGab. Okay, now by the way, in the background, I know you guys hear a little bit of music. I'm actually going to turn it up for you. This is the City of Steam soundtrack that's playing in the background to get you guys in the mood to kick ass, alright? So, next question, go into X-Blade. What do you guys got?
Okay. Will you have any big epic bosses for in-game content?
There are actually... yes, pretty much short answer, yes. There are actually a couple in there right now, and
yeah, there are. Fucking wilderness.
There's a really cool one I can't wait to get to, and I'm not going to spoil ruin the surprise.
I do not want you to spoil it, but I was just wondering, like, are they going to be hard and require large parties?
Yeah, the first one that I know of that I've seen, I couldn't, I don't remember what level it was, but I was level 14 when I first saw it, and I could not beat it on my own.
Okay,
I would have
looking forward
needed
to
like
that.
2, 3, 4, 5 other people maybe. Then I sort of broke and like I just need to see what happens when it dies, so I cheated, so it doesn't count.
Gab, you're such a cheater. Okay.
Are you
I'm sorry.
Are you
Bad.
talking about the large dude in the Iron Waste?
Yes.
I
Okay.
actually soloed him.
Oh, you bastard.
What level were you?
10.
Oh, come
But
on,
we had a
please.
we
I
had
was.
we had a at the time
Those
we had a
devs hack
broken
powers.
build.
How dare you?
We
were
had a
you-
broken build, which I could just kite him around for like.
Oh.
It took me 35 minutes, I think, but I just kited him to death.
You
But
know,
you can't do that anymore.
the funny thing is, I actually was. Can I actually mention the playtesting thing I was doing yesterday, Gab?
In
You just did.
7 minutes you can go in detail, sure.
Oh, let's just say I got chased around by a giant rat repeatedly for 15 minutes. It's terrible. Absolutely terrible. Now, X-Blade, you got any more questions? X-Blade is doing dubstep at the current moment with his lag. Chibi, do you have any questions for the developers? I think that's a no. Alright, so you know what, here's a funny one. Oh wow, did something just happen? Wow, I think the TeamSpeak just went down, guys. I am so sorry about that. I don't know what's going on. Okay, I don't know what's going on there. Alright, so for the time being, guys, let's give you a little bit more information about the game in City of Steam, alright? City of Steam is a browser-based MMO, guys. It's obviously steampunk, and there's a lot of different information, okay? Let's go actually into the classes detail. There is Arcanist. They're armed with state-of-the-art etheric manipulators. The Arcanist wields the fury of the elements against any enemies foolish enough to make an approach. Alright, let's see. A variety of fire, ice, and lightning. Give me a second. I'm going to see what's going on. Give me a second. I'm looking into it, guys. Oh no. Okay, salvage mode. I love you, Skype. Let's do this. I am calling Gab on Skype. We're just gonna do this. Hello, Gab.
Hey.
So, plan B, we are getting on Skype. Alright?
Alright.
Alright, so apparently something's down with the server. I told you we were having some serious internet issues today. Apparently, my TeamSpeak and my entire set of servers just went down. I host some, so amazing. Let's go ahead and add Frank in here as well.
Sure.
Do you have him on here?
Yep.
Add him. Add him. And let me also let me get these people. Let's see here. See here. I think I also have.
Hi.
Hey.
Hey. Alright, so apparently my TeamSpeak went totally down. I don't know what the hell happened. Like, seriously, that is the weirdest thing that has happened in a long time. And it had to happen at the most perfect opportunity, of course.
Of
So
course.
I apologize for everyone ahead of time. Please forgive me for my server's derpiness. Okay, now back to the fun part.
Now back to the fun part.
Oh yeah.
So, sup.
Okay. I want you guys to tell... Well, hold up. It might be coming back slowly. Give me a second. The TeamSpeak might be coming back. TeamSpeak is up.
Okay. You want us to jump back on TeamSpeak then?
Yes.
Woo!
Yes, Double Talker. Alright, sorry about that, guys. Apparently that was a serious lag spike. That was such a big lag spike, apparently it kicked everyone. Jesus, bloody Christ. Whew. Alright, testing. Can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Great. Good job, guys. Good job. Hello, Chromatic. By the way, guys, I think it's time for us to start taking some questions from the actual chat, okay? So do me a favor, if you have a question, put it in the chat room. We will ask it to the devs live here. And by the way, we have them for about another 32 minutes. Then we're going to have them off to the guys from behind the Steam. They are so nice. And by the way, I want to give a big shout out to Big Bobby Hoof, Satellizer, let's see, who else? What's that guy? Levis, him,
yes.
And Augie. I want to say thank you guys for being so awesome. Thank you for being so awesome. Okay, so we have a, do we have any questions? Any questions?
I have a question.
Sorry,
Okay,
I am
well,
back.
Well, X-Blade has a question, Phoenix has a question. Let's see here, let me roll. Where's a die?
No, I was just saying I'm back. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Phoenix, ask your question.
Alright, if you could choose one thing from your game that you think sets it most apart from other MMOs, what would you think it was?
Ooh, good question.
That's easy. The
Jetpack.
accessibility.
Sorry.
No, the accessibility. This game is... You don't need to download anything except the Unity plugin so that it'll work on your browser, and it's browser-based. And no huge downloads or updates or loading times. So it's really easy to just get into, play, and not even worry about having to install or having to wait for like a huge update or anything. Just jump in and play.
Now, by the
And
way, guys,
even
we're 30 seconds away from official launch for collabs. Oh yes, that means Sergio Poor here is going to be able to get in game and talk to us about it, aren't you, Gio?
Damn right.
All right.
Okay.
What happened?
That would be internet derpage at the max level. Yeah, and
I think we can go higher.
yeah, I shut up. Okay.
Also, it's
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and log in, everyone. It's time for collab to log in.
Loading.
Alright, so Gab and Frank, if you have anything that you would like to say to your lovely collaborators and above, what would you like to say?
welcome to City of Steam again.
Woo! Welcome to City of Steam.
I am thinking, hi, I guess. We're pretty cool.
Hi.
You're even cooler. Yeah, I think that's it.
I hope you guys enjoy what we've done with the game.
Guys, we might be experiencing some serious issues again. Fair warning. I think something's happening. I'm looking at people's pings here. Alright, so I have it backed up just in case we need to get them in Skype. Okay, so let's see, is it fixing itself? Yeah, screw it. Okay, guys, give me some questions. Give me some questions in the chat. Let me know what you want to know about. I will be glad to answer that. So we have Gab and Frank in the chat separately. We're just going to say screw TeamSpeak for the time being because it's just being a dick.
Yeah.
Yeah, TeamSpeak, what the hell?
No, the funny thing is it's not TeamSpeak. It's being a big bag of dicks, though. It's being a huge bag of dicks. Let's see here.
No comments.
You don't have to comment. I did it for you. What's Weichman's Skype? Which one is that?
iTunes. I have no idea.
Oh, Oh, good question. I know City of Steam is coming to Steam. Will there be an advantage to playing the Steam-based version as opposed to the browser-based version?
Any advantage that you would get from playing on Steam, such as the achievements and stuff like that, and it would be a client version, so you don't even need to play on the browser. You jump on your Steam instead. But otherwise, game content, anything in the game itself, would still be the same as you would on the browser because it's the same server. So the advantage is your own convenience. Whichever you prefer. You prefer playing in browser? Done. If you don't, if you prefer playing on Steam, your choice.
Next to that, though, there is always a slight tax to playing a game in a browser. It might run a teensy bit better, but that's negligible.
Yeah, it's always negligible. Alright, so I'm adding some people on Skype because they love me. Alright.
And they love you.
They love me, and I love them. La 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 la.
Hugs all around.
Yes, hugs all around. Let's see. Vikman is Connor.
Rune!
Let's see here. I'm getting everyone. It's just taking bloody forever. But see, this is why I have redundant systems. Woohoo! That's why I love it. Okay, we're adding the Blue Fox currently. Hello, Blue Fox.
That's some interesting issues we're having.
I know. Perfect timing, too.
Yeah.
It's like the gods want everything to go wrong.
Yep. So, you say the game is live now, correct?
Yes.
For collaborators only. You have another hour and 56 minutes until Terry gets to take over the stream and cause a whole bunch of trouble. So, let's see here. Outside of that, guys, I'm trying to think what would be a good question about Steam besides that. How long is it going to take you guys to actually get on Steam?
Well, we would like to have it out this year, but it also does depend on us making the game servers on the browser version and the game itself stable enough that we can, justify making that client version. We're not going to go on Steam with a broken game, so first we need to make sure that the beta works, the open beta works, and then we'll work on a client version and see how that goes. But hopefully before the end of this year.
All right, that's a good answer as well as anything.
Yeah.
All right. So, go ahead, Frank. Sorry.
Basically, we want the game to be as content complete for launch as possible before we actually start doing stuff for Steam or anything else, basically.
Okay, it's one thing to launch this game with limited content with our fans who already know about it and follow us, but to completely new players, and we presented them as thinking it's a full Steam game, it would be disastrous probably.
That's
so.
So in other words, hey, here's a bone for being so patient for all this time.
Yes, yeah, and you'll get to see the game grow as we get there. So.
Hey, I love that. All right, so. I'm glad at least I kept Skype up this time, because I normally log out of it. Alright.
Yeah, I forgot to.
No, see, smart me. I'm not even going to go back to TeamSpeak for a bit until hopefully the fuck-ups are gone.
You know what, damn it, Chaotix, now whenever I'm just sort of looking to the side and idly playing with something, it's my 20-sided die and I can't stop.
Roll a d20 to stop.
Does your D20
I got 11.
Have a picture for the 20, or does it have a 20 for the 20?
It has a 20 for the 20.
Oh, one of those boring dice.
Okay, so I want to go through the different classes and everything with you guys, and I want you guys to give me an example or just talk generally more about these classes. Okay?
Sure.
So, my personal favorite, since you took my gunner out, is the Arcanist.
1 second. I have a question for you, Gab.
Uh-oh.
Sure.
Are you prepared for possible server overload from the amount of logins that you may be getting?
Ooh, good question.
First off, we took out the Chandler, not the gunner. Just wanted to make...
No, it's because Chaotix lost the fight and he is not allowed to use the gunner.
I'm an honorable...
Wait, why are you not... Wait, what? Why would you impose that on yourself? The gunner is awesome.
Yeah.
Because he wanted me to stop on FemGab, and he needed a proper counter to that.
Right.
I didn't lose. If I lost, you wouldn't see.
Yeah, but I requested a do-over because now the channeler's not there for now.
Right. Now I get it. Sorry.
I want another fight night where I can put my foot firmly up Gab's ass.
Hey Gab, you have a GM icon. I don't in game.
I got a
Yeah,
question.
it's because. Anyway, I'll tell you why later. But you had a question about servers, server overload.
Yes. Are you prepared for any possible server overload that you may be getting due to the massive amount of logins whenever the game is initially launched?
I sure hope so. Because now that the English version is published by R2 Games, they're the ones taking care of server issues like that. So they've published a lot of games before, so I'm sure they have protocols. But I'm unfortunately just not very informed about it myself since they're a separate company.
Because I do have experience with some MMOs, and I just was really worried about that because many that I have played experience bad server lag whenever initially launched, or coming back from a long-term maintenance. The servers just overload sometimes. So
the one thing I've also, and I'm gonna have to make this aware, and I'm gonna more or less tell them about my plight. At this point, normally I would actually be logged into the game and showing you guys gameplay while we're doing this. But there's an issue currently persistent with my internet connection and with other things which actually doesn't allow me to log into R2 Games. I'm currently located in California, and there might be other people with my same issue. If you're having an issue, then you need to come and let us know. Send in a support ticket. It's really important. We're trying to get it fixed. But don't worry, we're trying to make the best of it by giving you guys more questions, more talky stuff.
And by the way, for server overload things, if it does happen, we hope it happens early and maybe like now, because then we can be prepared for it when we actually are further into the game test. So, yeah.
I have a quick little question, and I'm sorry if this has already been answered. I wasn't here at the very beginning, but is there going to be a auction house or crafting system supplemented into the game?
There is a crafting system, and there's also a marketplace, which is sort of where you can put your items up for trade with other players.
All right.
Yeah, exorbitant prices.
Now, question: does it cost money to post items on the marketplace?
Yes, there's a, at least in the last design I saw, yes, there's a small sort of tax thing where if you put, let's say, 1,000, you pay 10 or something like that.
So it's 10%. No,
it could
that's 1%.
No, not real world money, just in-game money.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's like 1% tax.
I don't know the exact number anymore. I haven't reached the marketplace in a long time, but there was a small fee. Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
It was something like 5 or 10%.
Now, I want to go over some really nice features that you guys did in order to actually help the players out. Players that play on a regular basis, every day that you log in, you get something. What would that be, Gab?
You get a sort of a buff that'll last for about an hour that boosts your. The first one I know of, it boosts a bit of your experience gain. And every day you log in for up to 7 days, you get better and better stuff, up to stuff like Spire Marks, which is kind of the free premium currency that you can get pretty cool stuff with.
Alright, so what are Spire Marks, and how did they come into be?
Think Electrum. Electrum is our premium currency for real money, but you can get this for free in-game from doing quests, logging in regularly, doing what was it called now? I don't have it open now. Not completion. What was it? Completion percentage. Do you remember, Frank?
Are you talking about the daily rewards?
Yeah, the daily rewards. Yeah. So
it's about like it's like friending people. It's like killing mobs. It's like doing dungeons. It's opening chests. It's stuff like that.
And doing those little things ups your percentage meter for doing like daily goals. And once you reach 100%, you can get extra Spire Marks. So there's always putting effort into the game always pays off with something that you can collect for later to buy cool stuff like steam bikes and jetpacks.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh yes.
Oh.
Oh, by the way, the steam bikes, they do wheelies.
Yep.
I just had to say that ahead of time. And
You ruined the surprise, man. That's it. Game over.
Gab,
Game is ruined.
roll a d20 for being ass hurt.
well, I do have a
16.
question though.
You are ass hurt.
What is Electrum used for in game wise?
You can use it for nice stuff like cosmetics, convenience items. I wish
So
I
no
had my
buying
stuff.
actual gear with Electrum.
You can buy crafting materials, but no straight up gear or anything.
You can buy
you-
cosmetics gear, which doesn't give substantial gains on actual attack or defense.
Actually, on that one, right now there are some cosmetic items that give stat bonuses that are not given, that you can't get by any other way. The stat bonuses in that will be removed.
Oh, okay.
I've got this confirmed last night.
Oh, you did?
Yes. Yeah, we're both rather happy about this.
Thanks for telling me live, Frank. I mean, no, I totally knew about this. Yeah, I'm totally informed.
You're totally in the loop, Gab. You're
Yeah,
totally
yeah.
in the loop. Now,
So, yeah.
guys, we would have had, and I'm going to make a joke about this, kill me later, Frank. We
Oh, no.
were going to have Andrew here, but he had a prior engagement. Ha,
Oh,
ha, ha.
shit. Yeah, that's the
no,
word.
No, totally Andrew. That's totally correct. That's
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah,
God.
Andrew, one of
You
the
suck.
actual, you got to admit, that's a good joke.
Yeah.
No, that's what Andrew would say.
It's bad. But Andrew got married, everyone clap, clap, yay!
Yeah, Gracie Fatai.
A
Yes.
life of servitude.
Now, by the way, that's the reason he's not here. We love you, you smarmy bastard. We miss you. Come back soon. Alright, so... okay, moving right along, guys. Outside of the Arcanist, there is, drumroll, the Gunner. Eek! Gab, why don't you explain what the Gunner is, since you thoroughly thrashed one.
My experience with gunners?
Yes.
Very limited. The only thing I really know about gunners is how to kick their ass.
Fuck you. No. I know, that's what I said. You have some experience with them. But the Gunner is basically a ranged class that also is able to lay traps and mines for other lovely, lovely enemies that decide to try and wander in on you.
Oh, you mean the ones that try
Which
to
is the
deeply
tankiest
attack
class?
you?
Chandler.
No.
Which is no longer available at the moment.
Tankiest class. It depends on how you build your character with the abilities you get, but I would say more Warder. Warder can take a lot of hits.
Chandler is
Someone
also
who usually
tank.
plays as like a mix between a druid and a ranger, what class would you suggest?
Chandler.
Druid and a ranger.
Have a baby.
I would.
Okay.
I would say Chandler, but if you're more about the range, go with Gunner. But if you're more about the AOE, I would go Arcanist right now.
I like
or
sustainability.
Sustainability.
Chandler.
Yeah, Chandler.
The ability to
Great
take hits, but also
Yeah,
attack from
Chandler
range.
has a lot of shields and summons and stuff like that, so it's very.
Okay.
Although a warder with upgraded armor and a good shield will also be able to take a lot of damage.
That's true. Now, guys, there's a lot of great features in the actual crafting aspect of things. Can you tell me more about that and what you can do at what different levels?
Yeah, you start out when you unlock crafting. You can upgrade your weapons and equipment. So if you have something you like, you want to give it a bit more boost, you can go ahead and craft on it. It upgrades it when it upgrades. It adds better stats, of course. After that, you get salvage, which if you have extra, if you find loot that you don't need, you don't use, you don't want to sell anything, you can just scrap it and get extra materials for crafting. After that, you get the mods, which it's a really fun part with mods. When you add a mod to your weapon, it actually shows up on the game model. So if you see people running around with the same weapon as you do, but they have like a scope on their gun with an extension and then the bigger clips and stuff, that's because they modded it.
So literally, anything you do in crafting when it comes to mods and whatnot will have physical reflections instead of just saying, "Oh, it just has that."
Exactly.
Yeah, and that's a really cool feature because, if I remember correctly, there was a Pimp My Weapon before.
Yep.
Contest.
Yeah. In that
actually won, I think, didn't he?
Yeah,
I'm not entirely sure.
Jaipur did win something. I don't remember if it was the weapon contest, but I remember Jaipur's name not just from your show, but actually winning. Actually, Jaipur helped you win the Fetch for Dev contest once, didn't he?
That he did. That he did. And speaking of that, I still want my free Steam bike, you bastard.
that was another version.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
He's just trying to screw you out of a free Steam bike. Don't listen to him, Gab.
Ha!
Screwing Gab is more likely than you think.
Oh, damn.
What?
Sorry. I think Frank just spit his coffee.
I don't have coffee. This is a major problem. Why don't I have coffee?
Go get coffees. Go.
No, it takes like 10 minutes. I don't want to.
I don't want to.
Oh, I should hit the desk.
It's terrible. It's so terrible. Okay,
Yeah.
So nobody in the chat's asking anything. So here's a question for you guys to ask another question. If you had one thing to ask or say to the actual new people that were going to get on the game, people like Terry and whatnot tonight, what would you say to them?
I do have one question for the dev. And this is a big one. Will there be grinding?
If you want to, yeah.
If you want to, you can grind. It might.
Is grinding let me put it better. Is grinding the most
optional.
efficient way to level up?
No, absolutely
not. Really, no.
Then
you
good.
can pretty
That
much
means
just keep following the quest line, and you'll always pretty much be at the same. You'll progress at a nice pace.
Yeah, just do the quests, do challenge dungeons, do some events. That will, at least we tuned it to be the best way of going about playing the game.
Well, plus, sorry, I was typing in French. Sorry, no, don't speak French. Okay, anyway, in addition to that, I'm totally not French. I don't have an accent.
Hey, Gabriel. Pindakaas.
Anyway,
I'm confused.
Anyway,
don't worry, you're normally confused. Nothing's different.
It also depends on your play style. If you're going to be playing 12 hours in one day, yeah, you might end up doing some grinding in the wilderness or something if you want to keep playing. But if you're just following the quest lines and playing a couple hours a day, you'll be fine.
Now,
how many hours of quests are there? Currently?
What did they say, Frank? Like the last I heard was 30-40 hours of quest content alone, but that was a couple of weeks ago. I don't know how it is now.
I don't think it changed. I think it's 30-40 hours with the patch that's coming in like.
Okay.
Now, I've saved
maybe a little over.
I've saved the worst for last. We actually need to address this because they got to be fair to the fans. There is an energy system in this game.
Yes, there is.
It's like a Facebook game energy system.
Well, okay, Connor.
Sort of.
I'm going to explain why. And the devs can back me up for this. I'm going to vouch for them, okay? It's not put in place in order to stop you from playing. It's put in place to stop the bots from getting more money than you, okay?
Oh, that's good.
Actually, there's two different reasons for it.
Oh.
Right now, there's also a pre-dearth of content, and we have a lot of content in the periphery that is not progression content. Like we have the event system, we have PvP, we have everything else. That does not cost energy. Any of those things will not cost energy. The only thing that really costs energy is you going into quest dungeons and challenge dungeons, which give quest progression and story progression. That's the only thing that costs energy. And right now the energy's pretty damn generous.
That it is. 200 energy. I was.
1100 actually.
What?
We made some changes to the system.
1100.
So with the energy, you can't just go burn out in one complete sitting, pretty much.
Right now, I think you can get through the refuge, almost at least, with your first energy bar.
Okay. By the way, you can earn more energy by going to fight in the
wilderness level, doing PvP, doing events,
resting.
Resting. We're also I had a discussion with someone last night, and pretty soon there's also the chance it becoming available. No, I'll leave that for later. Sorry.
Okay. Chromatic 10 says, right, I do have a question. I've looked, but I can't find out how people became collaborators.
There were arcane ways of giving us money, and that's how you got to become a collaborator. Basically
go ahead.
Demon wards. Yeah.
There were beta and alpha packs that you could buy to help support the development of the game, and if you paid, what was the minimum amount, like $10 or more, depending on how much, you get special perks.
Greg, you whore.
That sounds a little pay to win.
It's not pay to win, it's pay to support your favorite game, which they won me over, and that's why they got my money. And the other thing, well, you could still buy Electrum and help support them. I recommend doing that, like, first day. Like, go buy, like, I don't know, 64,000 Electrum? What's that, $250?
64,000 Electrum would be $640.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, have fun.
Wait, no. 6,400 or 64,000?
64,000.
64,000, yeah, 640.
Who's the publisher of the right now?
Reality Squared Games.
R2.
Yeah, R2.
So they handled all the server stuff for the US and all?
Yes.
Yes.
Ah, cool.
Yep. Okay. So, guys, last minute questions and whatnot. We're going to be handing things off to, well, we're going to pass you guys over to the guys at Behind the Steam. They're that lovely podcast featuring Big Bobby Hoof and those guys here in a little bit.
Bobby Big Hoof, actually.
I do have one last question that's kind of curious.
I'm an idiot! Sorry.
So, there's obviously since there's a dungeon system, there's likely a party system. Is loot individual, or is loot fought over?
Loot is actually, how do you call that, Frank? It's individual. It's instanced. So if something drops, aside from money, I think, you're only the one who see it and can pick it up.
Okay.
Oh, cool. So it's not, you stole my yada yada.
No. Well, you could find something that's really cool for one of your friends that wouldn't be much use for you, but then you could find a way to trade that at a marketplace or something.
Actually, keys and shillings are shared. Shillings will be divided amongst the group, so not everyone has to walk over the same pile of shillings, which would become kind of irritating after a while. And keys are just general drops as well.
Oh, is there a peer-to-peer like trading system, or is it just marketplace?
Yes, Lost Ladder. There's no peer-to-peer trading system.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I just want to say thanks, Gab. Thank you, Frank, for coming in, spending some time with us. And now, guys, in an hour and a half, we're going to be back on. We're going to have Terry, the turtle, crawl out of that little turtle shell, and he's going to be playing this game live for you guys, along with Blue Fox, X-Blade, and Connor. Okay?
Yo.
So
that's
by the way, can I get a reconfirmation on the initial release time?
That will be 1 hour and 33 minutes from now.
So 10 minutes Eastern, or 10 p.m. Eastern.
10 p.m. Eastern is correct, yes.
Yes, he lives at 10 minutes Eastern. Yes.
What planet are you on? That's huge.
No, he just traveled ahead of time. He lives 10 minutes in the future. I don't know if you've seen that Doctor Who episode. He's just out of sync with time. It's amazing.
Oh, you're thinking TARDIS time travel. I was thinking flux capacitor time travel. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, please.
Hold up.
The true time travel.
The end of the stream ends with time travel? Wow, nice. Okay.
Why not?
Well, guys, I appreciate it. Thank you guys for coming. Come back
Thank
here.
you for having us.
Yeah, come back here in about an hour and a half, and we'll have some live gameplay from Terry the Turtle. From everyone here at Gaming Evolved TV, I'd like to say good night, good luck, and stay safe. See you guys in an hour and a half.